Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. I hope I'm audible to you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I, Majid Misgar, on behalf of City University Management, welcome you for this session. So, before we move ahead, for the audience, I'd like to share about the experiences of ma'am as a brief profile. So, we have with us Seema ma'am. She is actually working as assistant professor in Gal Cortes University since August 2021. Prior to that, she has worked in various industries like aviation, finance, and media as a professional, and in different profiles of finance, accounts, and operations. She has been developing training and motivating a team at different levels in her career, creating and developing processes and working in different areas of financial management. So she sees a lot of knowledge in all these areas. So we welcome ma'am again, and ma'am, over to you now. You can kindly start. Thank you.
Thanks. Uh, Thanks for introducing me. Today's session is about value proposition fit and business model fit. So I believe I am talking to a lot of budding entrepreneurs over here who aspire to be an entrepreneur and bring our economy level to 5 trillion economy. Recently, we have achieved 3.5 trillion economy, and believe me, it is only the entrepreneur who will take this economy to 5 trillion. I just want to confirm, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. You're completely audible. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would like to share my screen now.
Yes, sure, please. Go ahead.
So today we are going to talk about the value proposition fit and business fit. These are the two fit which any entrepreneur, whether it is a new business or it is an old business, they have to achieve. If they won't achieve this fit, probably they will be out of business very soon. So achieving these two fit is quite important for any entrepreneur, whether it's new one or the old one. So I'm talking about a company generated, which is known as Horizon 3 activity. So when you start a company, basically what you have only the untested hypothesis with you. So it's a kind of fancy word to say that you have mostly guesses. So what happens with your organization, that probably you know the core technology, what is the core technology you have, what if maybe you are owning the customer segment, you are known in the customer segment, but again it is only untested. So what you try to nail down at this initial stage of your business, you should achieve a problem solution fit and product market fit, and these two fit constitute your value proposition fit. And the third one, once you fix your value proposition fit, once you achieve your value proposition fit, you go for the business model fit for your value proposition fit. So these three fits, problem solution fit, product market fit, and business model fit, is quite important to achieve for a successful business. So the first level of fit is the problem solution fit. What is the problem solution fit? Problem solution fit is only when you can demonstrate to your customer, whatever customer you're talking, whatever your idea is, when you can demonstrate to them that you care enough what they care about, means whatever their problem is perceptible, even if it is a latent problem, then once you communicate that problem, they are able to understand, or they are able to realize that the problem is real. So the problem is real and you care about their problems, and your care is genuine, means you are going to provide a solution to those problems. So once you get this, you get the problem solution fit. Then we get to the product market fit. This second level of fit is realized only when the product and services which you provide to the customer create some value for it. If they won't see any value in the solution you are offering, then probably your idea or your product won't be successful. So whatever you are offering as a product, it should relieve some pain for them, or it should create some gain. So there should be a clear match between what you promise to a customer and what they need. Means you are promising something else and their requirement is something different, then there's no match between the product and market. Obviously the market is going to reject your product. We have a lot of success story and we have a lot of failure story as well. We have seen the example of Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart, Ola, Uber, and all that. Somehow they got the pain points of the customer. They try to create a product to relieve those pain points, or to make customer gain something, some perceptional value or the real value, and then they develop their product around those gains and relieving pain, and develop a business model to achieve that fit. And now we know all of them are success story. So this is the second market fit. Then you come to the business model fit. Business model fit is when you launch your product, or you can market your product with the profitability, and your business model is scalable also. Probably in the initial stages, your demand is probably 1 lakh unit. But at a later stage, it is suppose 1 crore unit. So your business model should be such that you can scale up to that level also. So basically, your business model addresses the 9 fundamental building blocks. These are the customer segments, these are the channels, customer relationships, value propositions, key activities, resource and partners, cost and revenue streams. These are the 9 building blocks of the business model fit. When you put all the building blocks at the right places, then you achieve the business model fit. What your value proposition fit does, it try to zoom in between the value proposition fit and customer segment, and try to fit itself in those zooming sector, and then you can achieve your value proposition fit and business model fit. I will try to explain one tool through which you can achieve your value proposition fit. The tool is known as the value proposition canvas. So this is a structural and thoughtful way to approach to your value proposition fit. It can help you in testing and building and designing, testing and building your company's value proposition. So it canvas again zooms in on the customer segment and value proposition blocks of the business model and device itself. So to make a company successful, company should get both right, the fit and the business model. If they don't want to go out of the business, if you don't achieve the fit within the business model, or you don't achieve the value proposition fit, but you have a good business model, even then your organization may not go for. If you have the value proposition fit correctly, but the business model fit wrong, then you won't be able to scale it much, and then it will not take long for your organization to go down. So whatever you want to achieve, you have to achieve both the fit properly, value proposition fit and business model fit. So here is a diagram. It says there is a value proposition designer. which has customer segment and which has the value proposition. And both of these fit into the business model canvas. So how you are going to achieve it? So the goal of the value proposition canvas is to assist you in designing great value proposition. This great value proposition should match what your customer needs are. What are the jobs they want to get done? Or what are the problems they are facing and they want a solution to those problems? This is what the scene of the startup. And you want to make a product market fit and you want to make a problem solution fit. So at one hand, we have the customer segment. At the another hand, we have the value proposition segment. We will complete this customer segment profiling first, and then we will offer the product and services and see which product and services meet this customer segment requirement. So first, we have to see what customer jobs want a customer wants to get done to sketch out a customer profiling. So the starting point is you have to describe the customer, the target customer you are trying to target, your customers which you are going to target. So once you decide your target customer, you try to find out what are the jobs, what are the tasks they are trying to perform and complete, what are the problems they are trying to solve, and what need they are trying to satisfy. So there are a lot of startup like Redbus originated because one person tried to find out a bus service for his hometown, but he could not get any bus service. So what he done, he perceived one problem which is probably faced by everyone. Then he put a website Redbus for that. Same happens with the Uber drive or Ola drive, sorry, that the person has been stranded by his taxi in some nowhere place. So what he has to do, he has not any option. It was the pain. He felt the pain, probably felt by a lot of customer, and he tried to devise a solution for that. And he developed a business model which he can scale up to any level. So we have seen a lot of Ola tabs are coming. Prior to that, there was taxi services also, but their business model was not that um, scalable. What they try to do, you have to book the taxi, then you have to wait for the taxi. But with Ola, you can see how many minutes it will take, what is the cost, and all that. So this is the way scalable for customers or for their business model. So what question you should ask from them? Uh, you should ask what functional job is your customer is trying to get done. Means there are some jobs which a person is trying to get done, but probably he is facing problem in getting that job done. He has the backward linkages, he has the forward linkage, but for certain part he's facing some problem. So what you should do, you should know what functional job your target customer is trying to perform. Then you should also ask what social jobs is your customer trying to get done, like trying to look good or trying to gain power or trying to gain status. Then you should also ask what emotional jobs is your customer trying to get done, like aesthetics, feel good, security, satisfy, be it communication, be it hunger. So once you ask these types of questions, depending on your product offering and depending on your customer segment, once you find the will be able to sketch your customer profile. Then after you know what jobs they are trying to perform, then you come to know what are the pains they are feeling to get that job done, like negative emotion, undesirable cost, situation, and risk that your customer are experiencing or could be experiencing before the job is done or after the job is done or during the job is done. You can provide your solution at any point of time, even before, during, or after. So once you realize your customer pains, probably you can devise a solution for them. Then what should be your relevant question to devise your to find out the customer pain? What does your customer find too costly? Is it takes a lot of time or cost, too much money, requires substantial efforts. Then what makes your customer feel bad? Maybe once you go at some place and you feel bad about that place, you feel annoyance, and like marketing gives me a headache. Walking around the road in sun and all that, it gives me a headache. So what I prefer, I try to prefer, shopping is again very hectic, but in a much more congenial environment. Then you should ask how a current solution underperforming for your customer. There might be existing solutions, like I have given you the example of the cabs. There was some I just forget the name of the cab services which were before Ola. So there were cab services, but they were providing the solution, but their solution was not that convenient or were not that reliable, so they were sort of underperforming. And then you should ask what are the main difficulties and new challenges that your customer face understanding how things are working, or getting things getting things done is getting difficult. Suppose I do want to make an investment. So I don't have any knowledge of the, I don't know how the things are working. I might be needing an investment consultant or financial analyst which can provide me already information. So all these fintech company coming in sequences does your customer encounter or fear. Means probably if he do this, probably he will lose the face, probably he will lose the power or trust or status. So these are his consequences, social consequences or fear. What risk does your customer fear? Financial risk, technological risk, or what could awfully go wrong with anything he is trying to do? Same, what is keeping your customer awake at night? What common mistake does your customer make? And what barriers are keeping your customer from adopting a solution? Once you get answer to all these problems properly, you have a better understanding the customer pains. Now we come to the customer pains, and customer pain will complete our customer segment or sketching of our customer profile. Now you have to describe the benefit your customer expects, desire, or would be surprised by. It is not always you try to relieve the customer pain. You can provide him the gain also, value. So in terms of the functional utility, in terms of social gain, in terms of positive emotion, or in terms of the positive cost saving. Once you think of the customer gain in terms of these terms, probably you will find a better value proposition. So we need to ask which saving would make your customer happy, what outcomes your customer expects, and what would beyond his or her expectation. How do current solution delight your customers? What would make your customer job or life easier? What causes them to concrete social consequences does your customer desire? What are your customer looking for? What do customer dream about? How does your customer measure success and failure? What would increase the likelihood of adopting a solution? So these are the right kind of the question which you need to ask with your customer, with yourself. What are these points where you can create a customer gains. So by and by rating these things, you will know, you will have insight on the customer profile. You can get significant, then you have this stage of time is customer service you would like to offer. Now that you sketch out a profile of your customer, now you have to tackle the value proposition. So you have to try to find out all the product and services around which you are going to create your value proposition, or your value proposition is built around. There might be existing product, there might be existing services in the market, and you make a list of all the product and services which are existing in the market before your business idea. Then you try to find out which product or service help the customer get either a functional, social, or emotional job done, or help him or her satisfy his basic need. Product and services may be either tangible, maybe like manufacture good face-to-face customer service, etc. Then it could be digital or virtual, for example, download, online recommendation, and all that. Like we have Amazon, we have Netflix. Now we don't need to go to, we can entertain ourselves at any point of time at any place. So it could be digital or virtual also, or it could be functional also, like investment funds, financing services, quality assurance, and all that. Once you have drawn you have jot down your product and services, what you have to do, you have to find out which one is the pain reliever. Means now you have to outline how your product and services create value. Means either it is elevating customer pain. So how your product or services emotions, undesired cost and situation, and risk your customer experience or could experience before, during, and after getting job. So what your product and service, either it is maybe eliminating emotion, desirable, so whatever issue you are in, it is cutting out desirable, whatever the customer experiences are, what are the customer pains are before, after, or during the job, might be your product or services is trying to reduce or eliminate that customer experience. Then if your product is not pain reliever, or it could be pain reliever and gain created both, and your product services create your customer gains. So you will define how your customer is trying to create benefit from your product, or would be surprised by. So it might be a job functional utility you are providing. It may be a social gains you are providing. It may be a positive emotion you are giving to your customer. It may be a cost saving also. So whatever pain or gain you are creating, that complete your value proposition. So you have completed your customer segment sketching or customer segment profiling by by listing all the customer jobs, customer pains, and customer gains. Now, at the other end, you have find out the product and services, and you product and services which is pain reliever and which is gain creator. So you have got now what you have to do in between this space for the same customer for the same space. So it's like an open slot. Here, what comes into the picture is your business model fit. How you fit these two things into your business model and make it profitable and scalable, then you will be called a successful entrepreneur. So once we receive the value proposition fit, we come to the business model fit. So business model fit occurs when you have evidence that whatever your value proposition is, it is embedded into a profitable and scalable business model. So you have tested your idea, you have set your hypothesis right, you have done all the laboring work, going back and forth, and you have devised your value proposition, what you are going to offer your customer. Now, what you require a real product to satisfy that need, to meet that value, and then you can create a customer segment, but you cannot scale up your business. What customer will feel? They will again feel a pain. So you initially you started to relieve that pain, and ultimately you are causing them the pain. So what you have to do, you have to achieve that business model fit. For the achieving business for model fit, there are 7 what you can put to that solution. So you should put a 50% gross margin on a lower as a lower bound on your price. 100% and 200% probably the prices only the price sector will leave your product undesirable, too exposed. Or if you keep the price too low, probably you won't be able to survive, or you won't be able to meet the customer demand because you have to scale also. So put the price at the 50% margin and then match your price compare your price with the competitor prices problem. So you don't go on a full scale, you develop a prototype, you develop a alpha version, and then you expose it to a real customer to see their feedback, to see their excitement, their delight that you feel, and try to get a feedback from them, and try to get a feedback whether it fit or it fit better with their requirement, with their latent needs, with their pains, with their gains. Then if it is does not relieving any pain, it does not work. So with the prototype, you have to achieve this fit. Whether your product, your alpha version or your prototype is solving what you want to achieve. It is achieving what you desire to achieve. Then you test your channel and support strategy. You have to test your channel also, through which channel you want to market your product. So you have to pitch your entire business model to a group of customer or especially selected focus group. This pitch should not be only product pitch. It should be a pitch covering entire range of the product, whether be it a pricing, be it a marketing, be it a distribution, be it a maintenance. So it should include all elements of pricing, marketing, distribution, and maintenance. And you make this pitch to your focus group or the group of customer. So this is a pivot where you try to find. Then you can talk to industry expert and investors also who are already in the market. You have the small advisory board of person who are probably outside your organization, but who are the domain expert. You can see investors also nowadays. Investor, what they do, they provide consultancy also when they invest in your business. So they also help in setting up the distribution and sales channel and basically bootstrapping your efforts. Then you plan and execute a pilot or local rollout. You try to first roll it out locally. Normally, what e-commerce does, they try to test their product or the capability or the ability of their product to scale it up to a national level or to a higher level. What they do, they launch it at a local level to validate their hypothesis, to validate whether their business model is a fit, to validate where their value proposition is a fit. So probably they are launching it in a single city or in a local area. So uh, you have to launch a simple advertising, a simple campaign in the local, letting them know, okay, this is your product and this is what you are doing. Then you try to focus on collecting customer references. In whatever market you have launched your product, you have tried to collect your feedback or reference from them. If your customer is not spreading word of mouth, probably they are not interested in your product. If there is a word of mouth or even the customer is trying to support you or even you are getting the support of the customer, okay, they will spread the advertisement of the product, then you can believe that your product is right, your business model is right. Otherwise, you should raise a red flag then and there. Then after that, in the last phase, you should also try to trade shows and industry at this higher level, and you can make your product even the need positive, visible, credible, and whatever your product is offering, it is satisfying that. So this is all about value proposition fit and the business model fit. So thank you. That's all. Is there any question? Is there any question?
Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. I request IT cell to please show word of appreciation. Ma'am, this is the small token of love on behalf of City University.
Thanks a lot, Apurva, and really I enjoyed the session and talking, not properly talking. I was not able to talk, but I think, I believe I have contributed something to their knowledge. If it is not, probably I have wasted their 45 minutes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much
Okay,
for sparing time for our students.
thank you.
And ma'am will be sharing this word of appreciation with you via email too.